Sometimes we're looking for the more, but we just don't know what the more is. And then we come to play with me. 3 words, like me, play, toys, fun, games, cheekiness, with, intimacy, connection, relationships, and finally me. It starts with self, and that is something that Play With Me stands for. Play With Me is a place where you have an experience of all of those things. One complete cycle. You're welcome to pop in at our shop at the Gantry in Fourways, or find us at www.playwithme.co.za. If you're looking for that more, please get in touch.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never enough.
We'd hook up in my car, driving so far, play your guitar, you'd show me your art, let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars. We were never apart, drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, no pain when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night long till the lights come on.
Late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
Late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be.
Good day, I'm Jean-Marie van Graan, also known as Lola Blakely, and I'm thrilled to introduce to you Lotus Love, your ultimate destination in relationship, intimacy, and wellness coaching. As a wellness, relationship, and intimacy associated counselor, I'm passionate about helping individuals and couples navigate the complexities of modern relationships. Through personalized coaching sessions, I empower my clients to embrace love, intimacy, and connections in all its forms. Whether you're exploring ethical non-monogamy, navigating post-divorce life, or preparing for the dating scene, I'm here to support you. My coaching approach is holistic, compassionate, and tailored to your unique needs and goals. Together, we'll uncover your strengths, address the challenges, and create a path towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation? Book a consultation with me today, and let Lotus Love be your guide to fulfillment in relationship and life. Your path to a happier, healthier, more fulfilling life and relationship can start with me here today.
How old were you when you realized you were kinky? My name is Jerry Pelser, and in my latest book I explore the topics of friendship, young love, family secrets, and kink positivity in a new series of 4 books called The Felicity Street Annals, a children's story for adults. The first book in the series launches on the 30th of May and is available in both paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com, along with my other, distinctly more adult, BDSM-flavored novels.
We can fight our desires. But when we start making fires, we get ever so hot. Whether we like it or not. They say we can love who we just. But what is love without lust? Two hearts with accurate devotions. What I feel is without emotions.
views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent or that of the program, its presenters, hosts, directors, or other team members.
This show is intended for audiences aged 23 and older. This production and its digital copies contain content of an adult nature. If you are easily offended or are under the age of 18, this show is not intended for you. The posts, pages, and recordings within are intended for adults only and may include descriptions of scenes of sexual content, suggestive opinions, detailed discussions, and graphic topics. Listener discretion is advised.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress got down her leg.
It's time for Lola's Lessons.
It's time for Lola's Lessons.
Good evening, lustfuls, and welcome to the 6th episode in Season 4 of Lola's Lessons, your favorite nighttime talk focused on education and sex positivity. Tonight's episode is entitled Getting Wet in the Bath, and we are discussing masturbation live at Ladies' Night, all the way over in 4 ways at Play With Me, Carmen's home, away from home. Before I start with the endorsement sites this evening, to all of my alphabet lustfuls, all of y'all LGBTQ listeners, happy Pride Month, lovelies. It's the first episode of Lola's Lessons that we're doing in Pride Month. You realize this, yes? Yes?
Well, I do now, yes, I do, because your nails are full of pride and everything.
I was going to get to that later. It's part of my prompt. Can you just...
Species.
So let's go over to the endorsement site. We'll start with, as usual, Z-Nights. Z-Nights website has combined socials, events, workshops for all walks of life and like-minded individuals. Z-Nights is a quality South African community of fun, unique, uninhibited people who enjoy life to the fullest, who are into casual dating, social networking, open relationships, and alternative lifestyles. With an extensive number of social media platforms for us adults to connect on, Z-Nights makes finding these quality connections easy, affordable, and accessible. If you guys would like to join the Z-Nights community, head on over to www.znights.com and explore countless possibilities. Then, of course, our endorsement site, Lola's favorite friends at the CIF. The Council of Fantasy is a lifestyle-orientated community catering for everything from BDSM all the way through to lifestyle. We host events in all spectrums in a safe, sane, and consensual way. We're an all-inclusive community, and the only shame we shame are the shamers themselves. Shame on you, shamers. One of the main focuses of the CIF is, in fact, education, and that's why we've decided to combine our knowledges and help teach the people about sex positivity. If you guys want to join the CIF community, you guys can find them on www.counciloffantasy.co.za. Alternatively, the lustful listeners can head on over to my website. That's www.lelustfm.live. Yes, the lovelies, that's a double L because we are lovely like that. Head on over to the bottom of the home screen. There's a little WhatsApp icon. Click on it and come and join the WhatsApp community. Your Lola Blakely production moderators for this evening are Azure Inferno, my other second beautiful, most lovely Red Fiery moderator, as well as my man Fox. Medusa, our ever whip-cracking production manager, will be overseeing the mods. Feel free to engage with them or send them a question you'd like answered during the airing. They're here to keep us safe during the airing, and please note that the guests and hosts will be answering questions before the break and just after the break before the show ends. Now the time has of course come. Now I can calm down because the bloody prompt is over and I don't need to read anymore. To say hello to my gorgeous goddess. I mean the blonde bombshell herself. It's Carmen Ellie. Hello, welcome.
Look at this.
Now I can actually take my earphones off as well.
She's about to squeeze my knee. Please, somebody help me.
I mean, I was going to ask permission.
She was just going to do it.
I don't need to ask consent because you're my wife here already.
So she's sitting very close to me, everybody, okay?
I mean, that's not a lie. Let's not lie. Let's not lie about it being a lie. Have you had fun so far?
I've had the most fun. Everyone's so quiet here in the room. We are here with people, by the way, although it doesn't sound like it.
Love it. So we're broadcasting live this evening from Play With Me because we advertised an event called Ladies Night with Lola, presented by Play With Me. And I mean, what an amazing group of ladies it
It really has been. I was telling Lola earlier, like there were some incredible personalities here. I mean, a whole mixed crowd, hey?
Right?
Complex.
Very
But fun.
Fun. These are my kind of people. I absolutely love it. We've had the best time. I mean, we've been on the sex swing. We've taken photos on the sex swing.
We've done that,
It's been absolutely insane. We haven't broken any glasses and we haven't danced on any tables. Okay, that's a win. That's not anything like the ladies' nights I'm used to. No. There aren't any tables. We need to get tables next time.
We're going to swing from the chandelier, okay?
Oh my gosh.
We got that on the agenda for after the podcast. But can you imagine it? Me and you're going first. Okay.
Listen, does it hold plus size? That's what I want to know.
We'll make it work.
Make sure that fucking bolt's in there, right? So, Comps, before we get to tonight's lesson entitled Getting Wet in the Bath, like what a pun it is, right? You've got some toys for us.
I do. So where do you want to start?
I mean, I want to start by touching your leg. Let's do that quickly. Let me just get a feel, okay?
Okay, I've gotten it
out of my system. Yes. I'm going to pop the champers and you tell me what toy.
Do you want to start inside or on top? Okay, we've also got both. You want to start inside? Okay? Inside. That actually matches the inside toy. Okay, so inside, and you know we've been on the Eros train, and the ladies here can tell us just how amazing the Eros products are, right? Yes? Thank you very much. So we're starting with the Eros Thumper.
A thumper.
Okay, so what do you think the Eros Thumper does?
It thumps.
So Eros Thumper is very clever because we all know, and you know when you have a whole bunch of G-spot action going on, is it the vibe or the tapping that gets you off?
We don't know. I don't know.
Do you not know your own G-spot?
I just want to feel
the tap.
Tapping.
It's a tapping.
Okay, so Thumper does exactly that. Thumper taps. It's got this oscillating plate. I'm being very formal now, but it actually taps. It's got the vibrations and it's got the tapping. So that's what makes this toy really special as opposed to a normal, straightforward vibrator. Feel here? Put your finger on there. Oh my God, I've just put the strap.
Who are you talking to?
I'm holding the toy. I'm holding the toy. I'm talking to myself. Look at what it does. Can you see what it's doing?
This will drive anybody insane, right?
So that's absolutely crazy. This literally taps and you can go through. I'm just going to pass this toy around. So that is really great for G-spot exploration. So when you said masturbation, how do you say masturbation?
I say it wrong apparently. I say masturbation. Masturbation. There's an R in it.
Okay.
Isn't there?
Well, I mean, hey, if you have me a good time, does it actually matter?
Also, Dr. M taught me to say it like that.
Masturbation.
Masturbation. That's how she says it. It's actually.
It sounds more authoritative that way. So when it comes to masturbation, there are more than one way of doing it.
Of course.
You know, some people prefer external, some people prefer internal, some people prefer both, and, you know, have your cake and eat it. So that's a really nice internal toy to go, right, this is my G-spot. This is, if you want to practice squirting, the Thumper is great for that. Okay, so inside the Thumper.
Is that the Thumper there, that one?
That's the Thumper. It's a lilac-y color. It's got a handle for great control. Right, ladies are loving the Thumper.
Okay, we love it. We just shared that shit on the Podbean app, so if the last one listeners I want to see.
Thumper has 10 vibration settings and 5 thumping settings. Okay,
wow.
So you can really like kind of navigate through many different variations here. It's waterproof and rechargeable. Okay, so we're loving Thumper for that reason. Okay,
amongst others.
Then we're going to on top. Because I know you love this toy.
You did this for me.
For you. I know this is not an oral session, but look at that. You want to hold the toy?
Yes, I do. I've actually, I want to do more than just hold it, but let's.
So that is the Rose Eater. That's the Eros Rose Eater.
It's not called an eater though.
Yeah. No,
are you fucking kidding me?
Rose Eater.
Hold on. Yeah, that's the vibrations, guys. I'm just letting you know.
So I had someone here in the week, you know that whole trick about put the toy in your nose for sensitivity test. So she puts this on her nose. I don't think that one. Okay.
I don't know, it's clear my sinuses.
So it's like a rose shape with this hectic tongue. I mean, that's only one setting, but you guys can play with it, okay? There we go. See how that feels for you. So it's got 12 licking modes, 9 frequencies, and 3 speeds.
Sure.
So the
That's
Eros
insane.
thumper, we're loving that. And then we're going to do a dual stimulation toy. And that is the rabbit. Okay? And not all rabbits are equal. So this is the Eros rabbit vibe. What we like about this one is check its girth. Okay? It's a girthy guy.
It is.
There are many motors in this toy, and everybody forgive me, I'm still trying to work out all my own toys here, but look at how these ears go and look at how its nose moves when you press these buttons.
Listen,
I mean,
it looks.
this
It
is
feels like
going
my eyes
crazy.
can't see properly. That's how quickly it's oscillating.
Look
feel like I
at
need
its ears.
glasses.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Its ears are going sideways even
insane.
with all the pleasure it's busy giving to you. So for all intents and purposes, this is a rabbit vibrator, but it doesn't feel like just a normal everyday rabbit vibrator. The girth is good, the color is good, it's full seamless silicone, and it's got 10 vibration modes and 3 different motors. So this thing will just, I found my favorite setting. Yeah. Here's my favorite setting. I've gone past it because I was excited. But you can keep pressing the buttons. There we go. So these are my top picks for Eros for this week. Okay? Inside, on top, everything all at the same time.
I mean, we are ecstatic about Eros.
We love Eros.
You know me and my alliterations.
And I mean, now you can actually see the box and stroke the box. It's beautifully packaged. It's such a nice
This
gift
black
to
and
get.
gold just gets me every time. It's so. You know, it feels rich. It feels like you've done yourself a favor.
Yeah.
It feels like you've gifted yourself a present.
Or that you're properly spoiled.
Yes. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. Well done, Coms. I love all 3 toys.
There we go.
Here's the thing with rabbit vibrators, right? So I feel rabbit vibrators have been overdone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since it came out, everybody was all about the rabbit.
It was Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit,
Yeah.
that's it, yes.
Yeah.
This is just when I got into my sexual prime, it was all about the Roger Rabbit. And we've realized that we don't necessarily need a Roger Rabbit because there's so many other options. But when they take it back to something like this, it's like reinventing the wheel, which has actually worked in this case because this is something spectacular. This is something that,
it takes size into consideration.
Yes.
It takes bunny ears into consideration. Some of the bunny ears do this. And you're going, well, how does this help?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And they're thin.
Yes.
I'm doing a V shape with my fingers. I'm doing really starved rabbit ears. We don't want those. This is just meaty, it's beefy, it's powerful, and it's going to do the job you want it to.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What are you ladies thinking of the toy so far?
Everyone wants the rabbit.
Everybody wants the rabbit.
It's not just an ordinary rabbit, right? Yeah.
So who so far, which ladies so far have bought toys this evening already? Okay, so we've got the psychotic hot wife. She's bought. There we go. We've got more. Listen, these ladies are going home spoiled.
Yeah.
Because we've done massages, we've got drinks, okay, we've got laughter, we've got sex swings, and we've got toys.
And we've got sore thighs from sex swings.
Apparently sore thighs from sex swings. And this is all without any males in the house. We're having a blast.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's get to this evening's episode. So this evening we are talking about masturbation, okay, getting the bath wet. And the reason I chose getting the bath wet in particular is because a lot of people don't realize that one of the best orgasms you'll ever have, most probably,
is in warm water.
Is in warm water in the bath with that hairspray.
With the shower head.
With a shower head. Honey, you don't have a vibrator, you've never experienced ultimate climax?
Yeah.
Baby, get into the bath. Grab a hold of that like little squirt thing and just have fun.
And then you have a hot tap on full blast by accident and you're like, whoa!
No, don't do that. Make sure you check your temperature first.
Check the temperature of the shower head first, please, everybody.
So an interesting thing that I've just actually come to read a while ago, I'll actually go and look for the link and post it, is I read about an intimacy coach abroad in the US that suggested, and he had something that I was so shocked when I read it, and I thought, why didn't I think of this? She suggested to all the ladies that struggle to squirt, try it in the bath.
Really?
Because you're on your own, okay?
You're relaxed.
You relax.
Yeah, that's important
If-
because you can't be in your head.
If you want to
Yeah.
be, if you're concerned about fluids and concerned about leaving a mess, okay, you're in the
Look
bath
at that,
already.
because we don't always want a mess on the sheets.
Exactly, and so just let go.
Yeah.
Let go.
Yeah.
And she says, with all of throughout her practice, with all of her clients, all of the ones that have actually tried it can now successfully
Okay.
squirt.
But do you also light the candles?
Yeah, well, obviously
Romance
you're going to
yourself.
have a date with yourself.
Yeah,
That's the
you
thing.
see, that makes sense.
So
It's a
that's why-
psychological thing as much as it is a physical thing, yeah.
That's exactly why I wanted to do this evening's episode and call it Getting Wet in the Bath.
Okay.
Because I think that's where, if there's any ladies out there listening and they struggle with masturbation, maybe start there.
Well, let's go back to why we struggle with masturbation.
Why do we struggle with masturbation? Did you know?
You're armed with facts tonight. I'm also armed with facts. Let's fact check your facts against my facts.
Did you know 21 to 40% of women masturbate? As opposed
I did not
to
know your fact. No, I did
41.
not.
Yes, hello, Dr.
Yeah.
M. Thank you, Dr. M. We love you, Dr. M.
21 to
Thank you for teaching me.
40% of women masturbate.
21 to 40% of women masturbate, as opposed to 41 to 67% of males
Of men. Interesting.
masturbate. Yes.
But that's not enough people masturbating. I'm
Not
sure we
nearly
can agree
enough.
on that.
Not
But
nearly
why?
enough.
But I mean, people actually have panic attacks over masturbating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know that this is a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a deep-seated shame? Is it how we brought up? Is it about no one must see me? Is it, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a global thing though that I found out today.
So, interesting enough, when I was also reading up for the episode and doing some homework this afternoon, in my half an hour that you gave me, I think a lot of it stems down to, we shame as mothers and parents and our parents. Whenever you were caught masturbating, it was like a shameful thing. Don't do that. So you build up a fear.
Yeah.
That's, I think, well, that's my opinion.
Or it's a matter
makes
of,
sense.
it's private, cover up, don't show this, or whatever the
Yes.
case might be. And I mean, even though that has nothing to do with fucking masturbating,
Exactly.
that is something that is a deep-rooted fear and shame that exists. I mean, and there are people who go through marriages without ever touching themselves or ever actually having a climax.
And that's sad to me. That's why so many people don't have
Yeah.
a hot and heavy sexual relationship within their partnership. Is because they don't allow themselves to explore sexuality,
Yeah.
even on their own, let alone within their relationships.
Yeah.
They don't know how to reach orgasm and they don't know how to climax because they've never explored. And that's one of the benefits of masturbating.
I'm missing your finger prompt.
Do you want a video for me from your...
can you just give me the finger?
Yes.
So, Lola. It's weird when you write here without your finger. So I had, there is a very popular page on Facebook. It's the Gesonde Sex page.
Yes.
And I will
Timothy?
get lost for hours and hours, like checking out all the feedback to these anonymous posts. And this woman says, well, she wakes up in the middle of the night and her husband's not there. And she goes looking for him. And she catches him masturbating in the bathroom, okay? Now they have sex like 3 times a week. Dude is clearly just sorting himself out a few more times. What does she do? She goes ballistic. And she starts crying. And she's like, oh, my goodness, you can't believe you're doing that to me. You don't want me and everything. And I never respond on these pages. Because, we're most professional until that day. I'm like, okay, do you know what? This is a natural damn thing. Like, you're shaming him for his own natural thing. How can you be doing this?
That's
He
not a
promised her he would never do it again. Of course you're going to be doing it. Just next time in the car, not in the bathroom.
I think a lot of, and especially when it comes to women, I don't know about you ladies and how many of you ladies are in relationships or married, but I think it for a lot of ladies, it might feel like a form of infidelity. Like, what, am I not good enough?
Am I not good enough?
What are you thinking about while
we
you're
must
touching
stop
yourself?
that.
Are you watching porn? Because I feel that's cheating.
Oh, yes.
That's absolute
Porn.
bullshit. We don't
Yeah,
realize
yeah.
the more you masturbate, the healthier your sex life is, the healthier your blood flow is, the
Yes.
less depressed you are, the less your anxiety levels are. These are all healthy things. And
The more moisturized you are.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why we call it getting wet in the bath, because it's moisturization sessions. So, how many of you ladies have maybe caught your partner masturbating and felt a certain kind of way about it? Or have we all got sex positive? Yeah, you see, we've got sex positive ladies. That's why we're having so much
They're
fun.
sitting here with
Because
the
we're amongst friends.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. We all understand each other.
Can we bottle this up and like mass produce it and give it to the world so that everybody feels the same?
I think though also, I mean, that whole feeling around the guilt of doing it. And I know that we had strict rules between the two of us before tonight's show. What were those rules? Do you remember those rules?
No, what rules? We had rules? We spoke?
I'm like, Lola, you're not going to make me talk about my masturbation live, okay? You're not going to do it. I refuse. We've been through oral dilemmas. We've been through fucking all that stuff. I'm not talking about masturbation, however. If I have to talk about a friend of mine, okay, it's the sneakiness, it's the shame, it's the I'm doing this. You don't necessarily know that is something that everybody else is doing at the same time. You know what I mean? So growing up, you're kind of like, well, this is the dirty, naughty thing I do because it feels so nice. So how could I possibly? And this is the crux of the matter. How is it possible that I deserve to feel this pleasure that my body is giving me?
If you weren't deserving of it, do you think you would be allowed to reach that?
You don't know that then is my point.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That is something that with time you learn to understand. It's okay for me to feel this. I deserve to feel this. It's good for me to feel these things. Growing up, I wanted to say when you're funging a frickie, but I mean, I feel okay. When you're sort of busy on the sneak, it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be a good and deserving thing.
Because you're doing it scanem, that's the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. So also we got to realize that what people don't necessarily always think about is how many other acts that your body can produce for you to do allows you to automatically, without you even having to take medication for it, releases oxytocin and dopamine.
What, like jogging?
Yeah, but I mean, that brings you so much pleasure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if I had to choose an orgasm over jogging, fuck, look at me, I'm going to choose the orgasm. Okay, I don't jog, baby.
You can go and do like, your stomach crunches and have a seagasm, I believe, a orgasm, or whatever they call it. No. We'll just have a straight up orgasm. It's fine.
What are the benefits for masturbation have you found in your personal life?
It's a big stress reliever for me. I mean, so here we have, is masturbation a long thing? Is it a short thing? I mean, remember back in the day before we had all the toys, it was quite a long, tedious task. Okay, let's just be honest about it. There were hands. That was it. Now there were hands with nails, and that's not going to be it. Okay, so now that there's toys, it's actually really quick. You grab your Satisfyer Pro, boom, it's 2 minutes, and we're done. I feel like sometimes that also makes us a little bit lazy in actually exploring and experiencing. But flip, if you just, you've had a week, and you're in bed, and you hear the soft snort, you're right. You're like, oh yes, it's the perfect time now. Whip out the toy. The other night I get called on it. Listen, you don't have to hide your toy away from me. You know that I heard it because I mean this thing's quite loud. Eh?
I was just going to ask that. I was like, she's going to kill me, but I want to ask you masturbate next to me.
So I think it's healthy in relationships that you can masturbate in front of each other. I don't have a problem. You've got your own toys. I've got my own toys. Tonight we're not actually going to have all the sex. So, hey babe, don't worry, my toy's all charged up. That's great. That's why I got it for you, okay? You put it on and there you are. So we have a very healthy relationship in terms of those things. And it is also a turn on, in certain circumstances. So I think a lot of people, I mean, I can't imagine pre this relationship that I'd ever have touched myself with any other partner. I'd be like in the shower, I wonder where they are. I want to, masturbate now.
I don't think people realize that it's actually a turn on for a lot of men. It's a turn on watching a female masturbate, but it could be for most couples overall. Watching your partner experience pure pleasure, automatically it's going to be arousing.
But there are rules.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like it doesn't mean because I'm touching myself, I want you here now.
Yes.
Okay, sometimes I don't want you here now. I love you very much. Sometimes I just want to quickly do my thing. And that's okay, because we don't take that time out with ourselves.
So we've got a comment here from one of the listeners, and I can't actually pronounce the whole because it's just a bunch of letters. But it says, conservative upbringing taught us that sex is reserved for marriages. So any sexual conduct, including masturbation, was supposedly off limits or wrong. Which, yes, in some cultures and in some religions, absolutely, 100%. And we don't talk about cultures and religions, when it comes to the show.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what do you do within your marriage. So this comment is specifically aimed at married couples. It doesn't mean that because you're married now, you don't have to masturbate anymore. You can masturbate together and still enhance your intimacy and still receive that pleasure together. You don't have to keep it for only, yourself on your own.
I feel like sometimes, when you get married, it's almost like there's an invisible clause in the marriage contract that says you don't have to masturbate anymore.
Yes.
Why is that the case?
I think as soon as masturbation...
It's like I must be like this in my marriage.
Yes.
I must be the vanilla virgin version of me. I'm pure in my marriage.
The perfect housewife.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is how it feels.
I think as long as masturbation doesn't replace your sexual intercourse and your sexual intimacy,
So you hit the nail on the head, yeah.
Then it's okay. If it enhances your intimacy and if it enhances your relationship and your communication with your partner and your comfortability within your relationship, I think that's a plus. As soon as it replaces the time you would have spent with your partner, or as soon as you find yourself in a position, and this is for the men and women alike, as soon as you find yourself in a position where you would rather masturbate as opposed to having sex with your partner, that, my honey, then you need to see an intimacy
Then you're not
counselor.
doing it in the bed, then you're doing it in the bathroom, okay?
In the car or in a fucking alley.
Also, or Garrett, the play with me shop. No, just kidding.
Is it clean where I'm sitting?
This is a dignified, upstanding store. You remember that. So what you just said before about it's like a field guide. If you have your partner in front of you masturbating, you can kind of also get a guide on how he likes to be pleasured and vice versa. So that's actually really helpful.
Absolutely.
Like, don't turn the lights off and hide under all the covers and blankets.
Yes.
Let them see.
Exactly.
It's not that scary.
Yes. Also, there's a reason why a lot of these toy brands have now brought out toys where you've got a remote control that your partner can actually control your pleasure and your toys. It's because it's actually good to mutually masturbate.
Yeah.
And to explore that within your intimate relationship.
Absolutely.
A lot of couples, especially the older couples, the male would struggle with maybe erectile dysfunction. It doesn't mean that you are now null and void in your relationship and you can no longer please your partner.
Yeah.
People don't think about that.
But people don't think about a lot of things.
People don't think.
You don't know what you
don't know.
Exactly.
Also, people don't think and they don't read. They're lazy.
And they don't listen to Lola's lessons. Yes.
Speaking of listening to Lola's lessons, this evening we are doing an episode entitled Getting Wet in the Bath. It's a masturbation episode, and after the break we are going to explore how adding toys to your masturbation session with or without your partner can actually enhance your whole experience. How do we get wet in the bath? We actually masturbate. This evening we are broadcasting live.
Actually.
And it's normal and it's healthy and it's actually good for you. So stop being pussies and actually masturbate. We are broadcasting live from Play With Me in 4 Ways from Ladies Night. And we've got a great group of ladies here. We've had the most amounts of fun, from sex swings to buying toys to talking about stuff that matters, right?
Absolutely.
And we've had a damn blast. We're going to continue having a blast with all of you 2,500 live listeners. Thank you for tuning in and listening to us. We're going to go to a short commercial break. Give us about 10 minutes. After the break, Carmen has a book for Lola, and Lola has some benefits and what happens to the body within a masturbation session that we can talk about that. Hey?
They've got to slip into their lingerie.
Yeah, but I'm just telling them what happens after the break first.
Okay.
Okay. But now Carmen's going to prompt you into
I
just have to hide my buttons and apparently my
Okay,
prompts
hold on. We'll put it this way. We're all going to slip into our lingerie. Okay, and top up our drinks.
Right,
Press
so
the button.
Where's the wit wheel?
The wit.
All right. Okay, that's a stupid kiss. It didn't go quite as planned. Nothing's going as we planned this evening. Live from Ladies Night with Lola and Carmen. Play With Me. We'll be back after a short commercial break.
Sometimes we're looking for the more, but we just don't know what the more is. And then we come to play with me. 3 words, like me, play, toys, fun, games, cheekiness, with, intimacy, connection, relationships, and finally me. It starts with self, and that is something that Play With Me stands for. Play With Me is a place where you have an experience of all of those things. One complete cycle. You're welcome to pop in at our shop at the Gantry in Fourways, or find us at www.playwithme.co.za. If you're looking for that more, please get in touch.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right. We were so young, we were so dumb. We would get drunk and then hook up. We were okay, we were alright, staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us, like a good drug, never enough.
We hook up in my car, driving so far, play your guitar, you'd show me your art. Let down our guards, think with our hearts, stare at the stars, we were never apart. Drinking too young, way too much fun, out in the sun, orbit when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night long till the lights come on.
Late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be. Late nights, long fights, it felt right, we were alive. We would go out, we were so loud, we were so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays, we'd spend our own way. We were careless, we were fearless, we were reckless, time was precious.
We loved to waste time, whiskey and wine, drinking all night, asleep by your side. Finally alive, we would just drive, never arrive. Our journey was live, staying out late, testing our fate, running away. We live for today, young and so bold, never get old. Screw what we're told, we can't be controlled.
Late now, I remember everything, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be, and how careless we could be.
how careless we could be.
It's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
How old were you when you realized you were kinky? My name is Jerry Pelser, and in my latest book I explore the topics of friendship, young love, family secrets, and kink positivity in a new series of 4 books called The Felicity Street Annals, a children's story for adults. The first book in the series launches on the 30th of May and is available in both paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com, along with my other, distinctly more adult, BDSM-flavored novels.
And welcome back, Lustfuls, to this evening's episode, Getting Wet in the Bath, live from Ladies' Night with Lola and Carmen at Play With Me. We are having a hell of a good time, and we have been discussing a bunch of taboo topics this evening. I mean, toys, masturbation.
Yeah.
People like using masturbation as opposed to having sex. It's been quite an informative episode so far. I've also done a lot of talking, obviously. You can hear my voice. Don't look at me with those beautiful, like, bookie wickies.
I do it on purpose.
You're distracting me, Carmen. So before the break, we we talked a little bit about masturbation and what it can mean for you and what it can mean for your health. We also spoke a little bit about how Carmen masturbates next to her partner, which was fun to hear about.
Carmen's friend.
Carmen's friend, of course, yes.
It's a wholesome show after all.
We're hoping to hear about a little bit more about Carmen's masturbation schedule later on.
I'll email it.
Send me a meeting request then. We can do a mutual masturbation.
That will secure my spot on season 5. Okay, I'm all in.
Listen, it's been fun. Are you ladies having fun? Yay! This is that makes me happy.
Yeah,
right?
me too.
So we got a message. I got a message earlier from one of our guests this evening, and she explained it so nicely. She's just being like surrounded by that female energy. You know?
Yes, yes.
It creates a different kind of vibe.
It's a completely different kind. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Where you can just, and that's what the ad also said, right? Leave your inhibitions at home and come in and have fun.
But we've had some wild guests here this evening.
It's been,
Okay.
listen, rowdy
Yes, I'm
bunch.
looking at you. Actually, both of you.
We've got action on the sex thing.
Yes.
Pulling and working hamstrings. The fact that these ladies can still walk. Okay. It's going to be the death of me. So before we get to Carmen's Red Book of Hell, right? Next to that she's got there. I don't know. I want to know where you fish this one out. Because that's an old book as well. So I'm very interested in what you've got there. But before we get to that, there was a listener question just before the commercial break. And the question actually said, are all women capable of squirting? And the answer is very simple. There aren't enough studies to adequately say whether it is... whether all women are able or capable of squirting or not. There are studies that that tell us that between 10 and 50% of women do ejaculate, but there aren't studies that say whether all women are able to ejaculate.
And the other 20% are peeing and pretending to ejaculate. Strues, Bob.
Listen,
Please let's not do that, by the way.
there's not a lot of things that leave me fucking speechless, and you're
Okay,
congratulations.
But on that subject, may I chip in?
Yes,
here?
of course.
Can we just introduce this guest?
This is one of
we
our
have
guests.
an honorary member here.
Yes. This is one of our guests this evening, Mistress Salsa, also a pro dominatrix from the Johannesburg region in South Africa. And we welcome you with open arms this evening. It's lovely to have you amongst us.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here with all of you ladies.
Let's hear.
As far as the squirting goes, and talking about peeing, what you need to do is to take the fear out of it, because squirting often feels like you're about to pee. So before you have sex or you attempt that, go and empty your bladder. And then when you feel like you're going to squirt or to pee, it's actually you about to squirt, and they trust the process. Just let go and do it.
Let go.
Even if you pee a little bit, it's called golden showers, darlings. Just do it. Let go, and your squirt actually smells. It has a vanilla scent.
It doesn't smell like urine.
It comes from a different part of your body, and it feels amazing. You just got to empty your bladder and trust the process.
But here's another thing that I want to add to that, right? Men and women alike need to realize that male ejaculation, males come, contains a little bit of urine. So do female. So does the female squirt contains a little bit of urine, and the males come also.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
So, get over your fear.
So we've been drinking
Okay.
champagne, and we actually call that golden shower. That little we call it champagne, and if you're lucky enough, we might let you have a little taste.
So, Carmen, let's hear about your little red book that you've got here for us. What have you got there? And where did you get it? Where did you dig this out? Because this looks like an age-old archive that you've been scratching through.
I was going through my late mom's things for something completely unrelated. Okay, she would have loved that I brought this up today because she was the wet t-shirt competition kind of gal. Okay?
Wow, that's amazing.
And in her box, I find this book called Understanding the Female Orgasm. Okay, it's published in 1983 by Dr. Linda M. Ginsing. So I start reading through this book, and I'm not going to bore us all with, well, it's not boring at all, okay? It's highly entertaining with all of the details. I mean, this is 1983, okay? But there is a section on masturbation. So I thought I would read the views on masturbations at that time. Okay.
So hold on. For those of us like Lola that sucks
Yes.
at maths, okay, but that rocks at everything else.
Yeah.
Just tell me, how many years ago is this?
We're not doing maths today. We're doing masturbation today, okay?
31 years ago, so published 31 years ago.
No, I was born in 82, so it's 41.
Okay, where's my drum roll
Thank you for
button?
being born in 1982. I would not have worked that out.
Shots fired, wait, there. Okay. Shots fired. Okay, I'm done. No more pressing buttons.
Okay,
Go.
so she actually goes through and she speaks about her first two husbands and how she never had a climax until she met her third husband, and he was an open-minded individual. And so he taught her about climax. He taught her about things. And so she was inspired to write this. And I believe post finding the book, which I did not know was in my mom's archives. This is great. Finding the book. I had a chat to Lola's just busy taking a picture of the book, and now I can't focus on what I'm trying to say, okay, because she's got her phone under my nose.
As you were.
I believe this woman did many TV interviews about it in her time. So here is her piece on masturbation. Okay, you're going to love this. Are you done posting that picture to the group? Okay.
You know I can multitask.
You're multitasking. She says, it is relatively easy for a woman to achieve climax when she masturbates, but there are hidden dangers.
Okay.
And I've heard countless reports from women who have complained that after frequent masturbation, they could never have an orgasm at intercourse. This is controversial for me, and I'll get back to that now. In an interview I heard recently, the interviewer asked her how she masturbated. She replied that she used a rolled-up handkerchief rubbed firmly on her clitoris. The interviewer's advice was that during lovemaking, she should try using that same technique in combination with her partner's participation. In other words, having the cloth bundle between her and her partner's pubis to try to recreate that feeling again. It sounded quite good advice and could well have worked in the weaning away from the masturbation process. Of course, there are many women who masturbate frequently and still enjoy orgasms at intercourse. That is her view. Now, in a book where she writes many pages on many topics, masturbation is half a page.
Sure.
Wow, taboo.
Absolutely. However, so I'm going, this is taboo. Oh my goodness, the handkerchief. Oh my goodness, hidden dangers. And then I read that again and I go, women who have complained that after frequent masturbation, they could never have an orgasm at intercourse. So we're not going to orgasm at intercourse because we're not being touched in a way that helps us orgasm at intercourse. So there's that way of looking at it.
That's so
Are we going to voice how we want to be touched at intercourse in order to achieve orgasm, yes or no? So it's about that. Hey, wasn't this gold?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you loving this?
I mean, I love you for bringing
Thanks,
this.
Mom.
Thank you. That's golden. Also,
That is golden.
comes back, and we talk about this every damn episode.
Communication.
You see,
Yeah,
we say so often,
absolutely.
we even like in sync when we say
No.
what
Look at that.
look at me falling in love.
There's
Right,
other people here.
Back to,
Okay. Back to the
Let's
gender.
focus, Blackie. Yes. So it comes back again to communication.
Yeah.
So I've touched myself, and I know where and how hard and how soft or how fast I like it. You're not doing it for me.
Well, if you're not going to tell anyone,
Exactly.
you can't blame them afterwards.
It's like
He
fighting
didn't
an
get me
orgasm.
to climax.
Yes. It's like fighting an orgasm.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
exactly
It is.
Yeah.
Because you're not being truthful about what you're wanting. You're not getting what you're wanting, so now you're going to fake it. The only person you're doing a disservice is yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're having bad sex and it's your own damn fault.
Shall we just give her a round of applause? Because that's an excellent point. She would do that for us.
That was fun. Okay, so what are some of the benefits of masturbation? So obviously we're going to talk about the toys that we add to masturbation now, so that we can get the job done better and quicker. And
then we want to hear from Mr.
Yes,
Salsa about other toys.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some of the benefits, okay, according to Dr. Embason's research, we love it for it.
We love Dr. M.
And I'm allowed quoting this because I did her course, is it's obviously a big form of stress relief. It's great for vaginal health because due to the increase of blood flow, which keeps the vagina healthy. So it's the safest form of sex because there's no STDs in this.
Yeah, and wash your hands. And your handkerchief.
Oh my gosh, listen. You sleep better. It prevents anxiety and depression and helps you relax.
Yes, that's true.
You feel pleasure and enjoyment, which we don't often in today's day and age allow ourselves to do. It relieves cramps.
Yes.
I didn't know
Yes.
this. Okay, I know it now. And also obviously relieves sexual tension, which I think a lot of people in 2024 suffer with. And then it improves self-esteem. That one was a killer for me.
How does it improve self-esteem?
Think about when you're touching yourself, right?
But there's everybody here. I can't think about that now.
So I can put myself in that mind frame very easily. Because
Okay,
I'm
so
not
you
shy for
think
it.
about it.
Yes, and I feel sexy. When I stroke my hands over my breast, my breast, onto my stomach, across my thighs, onto my bum. I feel sexy. I'm feeling the female body. I'm feeling myself. I feel empowered. I feel sexy. I feel sensual. Yes, it helps. It absolutely boosts your self-esteem, I feel.
I've never masturbated all over my whole body.
You don't have dates
Like
with
you
yourself.
have.
You've been doing it wrong.
I just dive right in there.
No. So we don't want our partners.
Is there a wrong?
No, there isn't.
I'm enjoying myself.
Listen.
Okay.
So you got to treat yourself and do that. Just try
Okay,
this
I will
one,
make that commitment to you.
Yes, please.
I will rub my hands all over my body.
Just like also,
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with taking your time. And sometimes I also do it away.
I've been rushing things. I have been
But
rushing
yes,
things.
you gotta spend time with yourself. Are you gonna be happy if your partner does that? Just get
No.
Exactly. Why are you doing it?
Okay, fine.
Point taken.
Yes.
So
I will
it
do
does. It makes you feel sensual.
Yeah.
It makes you feel
I can
lovely.
understand that, yeah.
Yes. So it is. Again, it improves self-esteem. Because also you're comfortable with yourself. Next time you're going to have intercourse with your husband or with your wife or whatever,
Yeah.
you feel comfortable and confident, right? Because you know what you're putting out there.
I never thought about having intercourse with my wife.
Thank you, Dr. You might not answer too quickly there.
She forgot the next thing on your book.
It allows us to have better sex and better understand our own wants and needs.
Yeah, fair enough.
So healthy all round.
Yeah, very healthy.
Healthy all round. By raise of hands, by show of hands, how many of you ladies here this evening masturbate on a regular basis? I mean, that's 100% of the ladies in attendance.
Okay,
we need a clap for that.
Yeah.
We need an applause for that. That's absolutely amazing. Also, Coms, why didn't you have your hands up?
Well, I already told you all about what I do, my friend.
That's absolutely amazing. I love that for us. Next, we got to quickly speak to our guest, one of our guests again, and then we're going to get to guest questions and answers and comments. But joining us again for the second time. I'm going to give you this. Can you just hold the mic straight against your lips and against your mouth? Oh. There we go. And then that'll allow us to hear you nice and clearly. Introducing again
This is a tantalizing guest, okay? I'm just going to say that.
Yes, I'm very seductive,
okay.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Very sexy. Very.
Yeah.
Lola and the ladies, calm down. Anyway, back to the guest, Mistress Salsa, joining us for the second time. What have you got to add to tonight's episode?
So I think that we need to realize that just reiterating that masturbation is for men and women, and that you have different erogenous points in your body. So what you were touching on just now, touching your whole body. For instance, my neck is particularly sensitive. Some people like their ears, and they're all different parts of your body that work for you. But getting to the toys, there are for your nipples, for your clitoris, internal, as Carmen said, your perineum, your prostate, all these different parts of your body.
And can we just repeat that? Perineum, prostate, we can play there. It's all good.
We can.
Yeah,
yes.
we can play there.
Yes.
In fact, you can get a really nice anal douche, which is ribbed, and wash it out all nicely. It doesn't even have to be messy.
Wow.
If you don't like the mess. Some people do, some people don't. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
We spoke about the element of you've had a long day, you just want to have a quick wank or a little bit of masturbation, and then
release some tension.
Yeah, how would you refer to that in the female form? What do? We don't wank.
Oh, don't we?
What do we do?
A quick bean flick.
Flick the bean. Okay.
So what you what was
we were talking about quickie. Oh, sorry. I was curious. We were talking about quickie versus actually exploring.
Yes,
when you come home after a long day.
Actually exploring, you want to realize that you can have a really build that fire within your body, whether you're male or female, and have multiple orgasms. Some men are capable of coming more than once, or we do what's called edging, so that fire is up there all the time. And as you get close to having an orgasm, change it off to something else. Play with a different part of the body. You're busy doing long strokes on the penis. Go to the testicles. Go to the head. Do different things that takes the fire down and then build it back up again, and down and build it back up again, until eventually you can have an orgasm or come, whatever you want to call it, and then the partner, it's very sexy if the partner is watching. I love to watch a man come, it's very sexy, or a woman, very, very erotic.
Erotic,
you
absolutely.
might allow your partner to, oh, sorry, I'm dominatrix. Most people allow their partners to come.
You're not allowed to come until I say so, yes.
That's fun too. Make them happy.
And there's a word for that, by the way.
No.
There's a word for that, right? There's a term used for controlling somebody's pleasures, allowing somebody to come.
What's that word? No, they come on to us.
Orgasm denial.
Yeah, it's like
orgasm denial.
But we prefer to call it cum control.
Oh, cum control.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cum control, controlling when your partner's allowed to experience
and
euphoria.
The other thing, as far as the toys go, somebody came to me this week, a client, and said that he had been told by a lady, this was a male client, had been told by a lady that women only have one point in their bodies that work for them. I'm sure all these ladies here know that we have a lot more than that. They only
What
have
is
a
that?
clitoris.
The
And
clitoris!
they have 2 points, that they have the prostate and the penis. That is so not true. We women have got a whole alphabet inside our pussies that work for us.
Exactly.
You got the A spot, the B spot, the G spot. There's all sorts.
Yeah.
And men actually have the head of their penis is very sensitive. They have a lot less nerve endings in the shaft.
The shaft, yeah.
The perineum is full of nerve endings, and then their prostate is divine. But we'll touch on that whole subject on prostate player if you haven't already another time.
Yeah, no, that's actually
a whole conversation.
It's a whole conversation, and we try and bring it in as often as possible. Look, last season we had the episode on kinky classes called Butt Stuff.
Yeah.
Where we did the whole episode was dedicated to the male prostate and going, you know.
But can we?
I'm going to say
Excuse me. Yeah.
Shitty subject.
Because only you would say it, so please proceed.
Anyway.
Can we circle back to the not quickie, the rolling waves of pleasure? Because in my experience, it's always been with a partner, not with myself, as we determined, you know, before commercial break. So, I mean, to what degree, how would you actually, what toys would you use, what would you incorporate to spend that time with yourself for the rolling waves of pleasure? Because you described that really well.
I think that for a lady, it would be like that little rabbit that you showed us earlier. It's got a whole lot of different settings, different intensities and vibrations. And so some are gentler, and it's not going to quite build you right up there, and you're not going to climax on the spot, but it's going to slowly build you, and you can go to different intensities until you go right up there, and then you can take it low again and build yourself up.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can play with yourself quite nicely.
You can.
So much. And then, my dear, you need to play with your whole body, your nipples.
I will. I have made that commitment to Lola, and now to Dom Miss Rosalsa. Now there's no going back. I need to do report backs and things.
So something that you just mentioned also that I advocate for it, and that's edging. It helps you. It helps you understand your limitations. It helps you understand where your boundaries are when it comes to exploring and experiencing ultimate climax, and it also allows you to understand your regulations within your body when experiencing pleasure. So I love when I hear people enjoy to edge. And edging is obviously, like you explained a little bit earlier, just coming to that point of climax
and taking it down
and coming to that point, like finding where the ultimate spot for your pleasure is going to be different from anybody else's. So you have to actually allow yourself to come to that point and take it away, and come to that point and take it away. Lengthen, is lengthen the right word?
Extend,
there we go. You see, it's Afrikaans in me. To extend your pleasurable climax.
And you want to practice with it. So play with your body a whole lot until you get to know it. Because in particular for the men, we have something called a ruined orgasm, which a lot of men love. But a ruined orgasm is when they don't come. Because you built them right up and down until they were going to come, but you just pushed it a little bit too close to the edge, and now they can't come. So you want to play with your body until you are able to actually have You learn how far is too far
Yes.
and just not far.
Yes. What are your limitations? Yes.
My limitation is I
Play with
prefer
yourself.
not to have a ruined orgasm. That is not
Yeah,
appealing to me at all.
If you want to piss me off, okay, ruin it for me.
Something else that we touched on is the mutual masturbation.
Yes.
We haven't spoken a lot
Big
about
fan,
that.
big fan of that too. Yeah.
But learn your partner's body so that you know what works for them, and masturbate together yourself or masturbate
Each other.
things,
Yes.
each other, that sort
Yes.
of thing as well. Doesn't even have to lead to intercourse. Maybe you have had a long day and you just feel like playing with one another.
Yes.
Intimate. I like it.
It's still a gift.
Yeah, it is.
It's still a gift. Absolutely love it.
A gift like having Sandy here. Hey, to
That's-
impart that
listen,
wisdom upon us. We
exactly.
feel blessed. Thank you, Sandy.
We are, and also she's coming for. I've already spoken to. She's coming for an episode on kinky classes and as a predominatrix. So, already scooped out.
I'll tune right in.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Let's
you.
do an applause and with an applause here. Hey. Thank you so much. Are there any other questions or comments from any other of the guests? I mean, we've got hot vibes here.
There was a lot
we've
to
got
say in
singers here,
commercial
we've got-
break.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay,
Come on
yeah,
over.
the mic is yours.
Just speak right into the mic. There we go.
Something very quickly.
Let's hear.
I think there's a big difference between how you masturbate and how Carmen masturbates.
Definitely.
You go full on. She's having a quickie, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Thank you very much. Someone has my back here. Thank you.
Listen, it's my job to have your front. Okay? And yes, it's true. Yes, we all masturbate differently. But we got to remember, even though you are used to or maybe prefer having a quickie, we got to remember that you also need to explore yourself and have fun with yourself. That's your way of having fun? Perfect.
I think we clarified this ad
Just-
nauseum. I have the brief.
So we've got quite the chatter going on the group, and I see Mr. Igor, one of my favorite friends, also from the Council of Fantasy. He's actually one of the admins on there, and really love him. One of the swingers in the community. I see he's posted a bunch of things about after tonight. What did he say here? After tonight, the term "go fuck yourself" will no longer be a bad thing. I love that.
With pleasure.
With pleasure. Please proceed. Men should edge themselves far more often. It teaches them to prolong their endurance. I'm into that. That's very well
That's
said.
good.
Love that. And also, what man doesn't want to extend their orgasm? A lot of men have a fear of climaxing because it doesn't it stops the female's pleasure when they finish up.
Like, oh no, you have to finish first before I finish, and that whole thing.
And I mean, good guys finish last. You know.
Until they don't.
Yes. We wanted to talk about how toys incorporated in masturbation can lead to a more pleasurable experience. And that's going to be your area of expertise.
Well, I mean, I think we highlighted quite a few of the important points. We were talking about hands getting tired, crampy. And I mean, at the end of the day, we're in the year 2024. We've never been more blessed with the most amazing range of technology and products that exist out there, So it's important for people to know how they want to be pleasured. Sandy and yours challenge. I will have more feedback on all of that in season 5, okay? We'll have a little bit of a recap. I'll be like, I discovered all these extra things because, I take my commitment seriously. You know this about me, hey?
We do.
But oftentimes I'll have someone walk in here and go, what can you recommend for me? And I'll be like, well, I can recommend to you all the things I like. It doesn't mean you're going to like it.
Yes.
So what do you like? And I get blank stares. So let's go through and say, I'm going to get a bullet vibrator and I'm going to stick it on my nipples and I'm going to work my clit. I'm going to get a clitoral stimulator and I'm going to see that sensation. It's about the exploratory phase.
Absolutely.
And I mean, my friend doesn't masturbate, okay, however the hell you want to say it, with only one thing. It depends on the day. It depends on the situation. You want different things at different times. And it's your job to figure out what those mean for you.
That makes
Because
a lot of sense.
I can't tell you that.
Of course.
Well, I
not.
can, but maybe you don't like it.
And also, it's not necessarily going to be that like your ultimate is going to be their ultimate.
No, exactly.
I don't like Turkish delight chocolate. Doesn't mean that other people don't.
Do you not like Turkish delight chocolate? It's a
Give me
good thing
some-
I never bought you anything.
Listen, I love nuts. And I don't like vanilla anything.
That's our girl. That's our girl.
Listen, it's been an absolute riot having the lots of you here, listening to us live at Ladies Night. And you ladies have been absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being so quiet. But listen, ladies normally chat like a shitload when they've had a couple of drinks, right? These ladies are invested in this episode.
So supportive.
Thank goodness I
very
didn't
much.
get any stage fright. It's been hard. It's been an absolute amazing episode, and we can't thank the listeners and the live ladies here at Play With Me enough this evening for making it possible to have such an extraordinary experience, explaining masturbation and the importance and the benefits thereof to the listeners. Yes. If you put your finger in my face, I'm going to bite it.
No, but this is your cue, okay? This is our usual cue. So thank you also, Lola, for inviting us all here and for teaching me how to masturbate.
And touch
Okay.
yourself. How are you going to know if your skin's dry? It's winter season. How are you going to know if your skin's feeling dry?
I can't.
You're
You're impossible. You're impossible today.
That area needs a little bit of cream next time. Bring out the camphor there. Anyway, we've got a lot of massaging still to do if the ladies haven't heard their massages yet. And we've got a lot of more drinks to drink and a lot of more chats to chat. Yes. So on that note, I think it's time to end the show this evening. Greet our lustful listeners and say, until next week, same time, same place, stay lustful. Oh, yes, but before we do that, hold on. Kinky classes tomorrow night. Let's take a look at what's to be expected in the Lola Blakely production series going forward this week. Tomorrow night in Kinky classes, we have got, this is going to be an exciting one. Getting from fantasy to flogging flawlessly with Dime Claire, all the way from Cape Town. Have you seen her? Yes. Absolutely in love. So she just came back from a trip to Germany, and she's joining us tomorrow night.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
From getting from fantasy to flogging flawlessly. So let's learn how to incorporate impact play for our vanilla, normal, everyday relationship couples. Yep. On lifestyle lectureship on Wednesday evening with myself and my girl Debbie, Miss Twosome, we are doing just jealousy. Ooh. Yes, people. In the lifestyle, we still have the same fucking problems that we had right from the beginning. Just jealousy is going to be just as apparent in monogamous and non-monogamous relationships. Let's take a look at that Wednesday night, 9 p.m. CAT with myself and Debbie, Miss Twosome. Then on Friday night, we still got to decide what we want to do.
I was about to say, this is a big surprise to me. What are we doing Friday night? You don't even know yet. What shall we do on next week Friday night? There is an agenda, but we haven't looked. What shall we do?
And we're supposed to be doing burlesque.
Oh, but I was excited about burlesque.
You want to do burlesque?
Let's do burlesque.
Okay, so we'll keep it at burlesque. But
What's
if we
next?
change our mind,
Okay, what's next on the list?
After that is prostate.
Well, you know what? Either works for me.
After that is sex drive.
Okay, well, one of those three we'll be talking about next week.
What's the point of the mind if you can't change it?
We'll see what the vibes are like next week Thursday.
Yes. We'll find the vibes
decide.
With the vibrators and everything that we're going to be exploring after we end the show. Thank you, listeners. Last week, we got to talk about the trending. So for those of you who don't know, yes, babies, we did it again. Last week, the Lola Blakely production series was trending number 3 under the top 100 international trending podcasts on Podbean. That passed the BBC, it passed Tiesto as well as Joe Rogan.
Nice. Yay.
Then also under the hot and trending South African podcasts, we featured at number 2 and rising.
That's amazing.
Love it.
See, people want to know. They
people want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very apparent that the world is hungry for sex education.
Yeah.
We're happy to provide that to you, lustfuls. As long as you want to listen, we're here to help you learn. Until next week, same time, same place, we love the lots of you. And we'll see you again then.
Bye.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
But when we start making fires, we get ever so hot. Whether we like it or not. They say we can love who we choose. But what is love without lust? Two hearts with accurate devotions. What are feelings without emotions? I'm going in for the kill. I'm doing it for a thrill. Oh, I'm hoping you will understand. And now let go of my hand. And now let go of my hand. And now let go of my I'm going in for the kill. I'm doing it for a thrill. Oh, I'm hoping you will understand. And now let go of my hand. I'm going in for the kill. I'm doing it for a thrill. Oh, I'm hoping you will understand. And now let go of my hand. I hang my hopes out on the line. Will they be ready for you in time? If you leave them out too long, they'll be withered by the sun. Full stops and exclamation marks. My words stumble before I start. How far can you send emotions? Can this reach across the ocean? I'm going in for the kill. I'm doing it for a thrill. Oh, I'm hoping you will understand. And now let go of my in for the kill. I'm doing it for a thrill. Oh, I'm hoping you will
How old were you when you realized you were kinky? My name is Jerry Pelser, and in my latest book I explore the topics of friendship, young love, family secrets, and kink positivity in a new series of 4 books called The Felicity Street Annals, a children's story for adults. The first book in the series launches on the 30th of May and is available in both paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com, along with my other, distinctly more adult, BDSM-flavored novels.